And can I ask you to please state the title of each of your three books?
The first book is called Shame is Bondage. The second book is titled What is Love? Can You Recognize It? And the third book is Reset Mindset, Enjoy Life's Journey.
Thank you. Claudette, is there something that you have learned, something that has been shown to you through your experiences in publishing and in business that have affected you in your abilities as a creative person and as the owner of a business?
Okay. Could you simplify that
I
question?
could, probably by asking it properly. Excuse me.
That's
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Cool Life Podcast, brought to you by therealthingdating.com. www.therealthingdating.com. I'm Eva John. I'm a former candidate for local government. I was a children's television entertainer, and I love this world, and I believe we should take care of each other and have a lot of fun along the way. Welcome to Cool Life. Here we go.
And welcome to Cool Life Podcast. I'm Eva John. We're back from our summer hiatus and we're back with Cool Life Podcast, refreshed and ready for the rest of season 3. And we are continuing with part 4 of my 4-part conversation with Claudette Williams, author, business owner, writer of a beautiful trilogy. Claudette, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast, Eva.
Always a pleasure. I'm enjoying our conversations so much. And could you kindly tell me your website for your salon and how people can find your book and your contact?
So you can visit salonefficacy.com, and it does have the information on the salon. Also is a portal to my book. My book can be purchased on Amazon. Also, it can be purchased as I would say, an autographed copy at the salon. I can be reached at 905-318-6417 or Claudette Salon Efficacy at yahoo.ca.
Thank you. And can I ask you to please state the title of each of your three books?
The first book is called Shame is Bondage. The second book is titled What is Love? Can You Recognize It? And the third book is Reset Mindset, Enjoy Life's Journey.
Thank you. And these are such interesting subjects. Claudette, in your books, you explore some personal subjects, and it is very emotional.
I literally put everything that is there. That's why I spoke about mask.
Mm.
By revealing you are free indeed. And so that freedom of letting go of everything, and because I keep in the back of my mind that the book is to help someone, by knowing that my journey of what I've been through in life, if I can save someone the most precious commodity that God bless us with, that everyone has, is time. And so I haven't been across Canada. That's something on my list that I want to start doing starting next year, God's will.
I hope you do it. I have a friend who has a store, and he used to say his vacation was when he'd go onto YouTube and look at different places in the world. And I'm like, but I understand it. I was for many years I was a professional actor, and I did
Yes.
things as children's entertainment. And I remember I had a boyfriend, and he put his foot down that we were going on vacation. I almost had a nervous breakdown the first time. We went for 2 weeks, and I made sure that my agent had the number of the hotel, and he had the fax machine, and if he had gotten anything, he had to fax me any scripts for me to memorize for me to come back when if I had any, auditions when I came back, and what was I gonna do with no auditions for 2 weeks? I'll be in Mexico, and it was just like I was, like, almost mad. I knew this was important, and it
Yes.
took till the 2nd week to relax, and when I
Yes.
even after the 1st week was good, but it's just like it had been so long that it took till the 2nd week, and then you're like, "I'm a different person. I'm reacquainted with myself and not at the beck and
Yes.
call of my other
Yes.
responsibilities." And I'm
Yes.
glad that he really put his foot down about that because now I really put my foot down, sort of, for myself. Although for
Yes.
25 years I didn't travel until, like,
Yes.
my niece got married. So what I'm trying to say in my long and winding way is be that soldier for yourself that says, "Out
Yes.
you go." That's an order
Yes. Yes.
because
Yes.
you're gonna get reacquainted with a part of yourself that you didn't even realize. I didn't even realize my vacation self and what happens.
And you know what? You are so correct. So true.
But you already know that you need to do that, so I'm glad that that's what you're where you're heading. I'm glad.
Oh yes, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
The trip that I want to take that I tell my husband about 2 years ago, I said I want to go on a cross country tour of Canada on the Via Rail.
Mm,
So
nice.
I just to sit, see the everything and just read and fall asleep and just moving. So I already started doing my research into it.
I'm glad. And I hope you'll all I can say is just if there's any first class, take it. Claudette, you have been published, you've written a trilogy. Your books are available internationally through Amazon and through your own website. Is there something that you have learned, something that has been shown to you through your experiences in publishing and in business that have affected you in your abilities as a creative person and as the owner of a business?
Okay. Could you simplify that
I
question?
could probably by asking it properly. Excuse me.
That's
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I
that's
didn't say
okay.
it right at all.
That's okay.
With that, we're taking a break to talk about our sponsors and supporters. Please remember to write your comments to info@coollifeworld.com. That's info at COOLIFE world. And we will read your comments on a future show. Right now, we'll take a break to talk about our sponsors and supporters. We'll be back on Cool Life Podcast. ringfitboxing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Stephon Boy.
At Ring Fit again, we're teaching real boxing. We're teaching techniques that I've used, that other boxers have used. We're teaching techniques that have been passed down to me from my trainer. If they've worked for me, they'll work for whomever. In fact, we've had actual competitive boxers from Ring Fit, just whom started off taking classes and have competed and won.
Call 647-347-7063. ringfitboxing.com. Those lonely days of lockdowns and isolation are gone for good. Go to www.therealthingdating.com. That's www.therealthingdating.com. It's time to share. Share your time, share your life, share your love. www.therealthingdating.com. Join for free. Upgrade at any time, starting at just $5.99 a month. www.therealthingdating.com. Because it's time. You're listening to the Cool Life Podcast. We'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
And we are back on Cool Life Podcast. I'm Eva John, continuing my conversation with Claudette Williams.
You know, this is one thing that I did put in the second book. I said, will you take the thorn with the blessing?
Mm,
And it comes back to that young man, or the man that was in the helicopter.
right.
His blessing is there, but the thorn that he has is that he doesn't have any family or any friends to celebrate with. That he's lonely. That's the thorn. But everybody looking with envy, maybe, and jealousy, and said, "Oh, look at him, he's rich." But
Most
will you take that?
successful. Okay.
Exactly.
Top of his
Or will you
game.
take that? Exactly. Many people won't take it because if he was to say, you know what, take my life and give me your family and friends. I want that. Right? But that's what, they always have this saying, it's lonely at the top,
Yeah.
right?
Well, his
But
was particularly lonely.
that was lonely at the top. And but you see, when you have God, Christ Jesus in your life, the center of who we are, as what you stated before, there is no amount of money, there's no amount of sex that can fill. There's a hole that God left for himself. Only him can fill that. You can try anything else and you will think you'll get joy. Happiness is fleeting. Happiness will come. I just bought those boots. I'm so happy. But then it's fleeting. It's like a child. You give them a gift, and by next week, they don't care to play with that toy
No.
anymore. It just away.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
They're playing
fleeting.
with the
But joy,
cardboard box. They're not playing.
exactly. Exactly. But joy is deep. It's
Yeah.
deep down. And that's where it said, there's a verse in the Bible said, the joy of the Lord is my strength. When I read his word, when I look at the world and I step away from his word and I look out to the world, I see chaos, I see anxiety, I see depression. You see, when my son was diagnosed, I spoke about it in the second book. When he was diagnosed at 3.5, and I saw the doctor, Dr. Mahoney, just within 10 minutes, my life changed when he made that statement. Because I've never walked the road of autism. I don't know what that is.
Right.
And he gave me a big booklet. And in that booklet, that folder, it has so many things. And my secretary will call you. Some will decide to take the medication. Some people will do different things. And I sit on that booklet for 1 month because I didn't know which way to turn, because I have to digest this new message you just give me that I am going to raise an autistic child and I don't know what it is. And I'm hearing all these different things. And first I pray about it afterward. And then a lady came to my salon and I mentioned it to her and she told me about a naturopath. And that was the road I took.
Right.
I took the natural road to understand my son's stomach, that his gut and his brain connect. What you
And
eat in the gut affects
and
the
it
brain.
and it actually helps and heals. But the thing is, mainstream medicine, they're not going to come and say that first because they will be talking
Nope,
themselves out of a job.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I recognize that it's up to individuals to do your homework. Do your homework, do your research, know your child, know your situation before you just go on.
And we will take another break to talk about our sponsors and supporters. We'll be back with more Claudette Williams, author on Cool Life Podcast.
ringfitboxing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Stefan Boy.
At Ring Fit again, we're teaching real boxing. We're teaching techniques that I've used, that other boxers have used. We're teaching techniques that have been passed down to me from my trainer. If they've worked for me, they'll work for whomever. In fact, we've had actual competitive boxers from Ring Fit, just whom started off taking classes and have competed and won.
Call 647-347-7063. ringfitboxing.com. Those lonely days of lockdowns and isolation are gone for good. Go to www.therealthingdating.com. That's www.therealthingdating.com. It's time to share. Share your time, share your life, share your love. www.therealthingdating.com. Join for free. Upgrade at any time, starting at just $5.99 a month. www.therealthingdating.com. Because it's time. This is Cool Life Podcast. Please remember to subscribe to Cool Life on your streaming service and on YouTube as Hellenique Today. That's HELENIQUE Today. Because that helps us to bring more cool stuff to your ears. You're listening to the Cool Life Podcast. We'll be right back.
My doctor know me very well. That if he said to me before, he said, Claudette, you're low in iron, I would say to him, what food can I eat?
Right.
I don't go with med. Tell me what food to eat. And then I'll try the food. And he would say, Claudette, if you do natural, it will take 6 months. I said, okay. So he
Yeah.
knows me.
Yeah.
But I build that relationship with him that he know that I will do what I need to do naturally because God created everything naturally. And I'm not saying that medication is bad because I am now a diabetic. So I know what to take. I know I eat right, exercise, but I also know the scientific part that I respect their training. But I don't just go on it right away. But
Right.
the first thing that they want to give to the child is like, oh, the child is not sitting quietly. They will give them, I forgot the one that make them just like sedated.
Yeah. I know is it Ritalin or there's it well now
Ritalin,
they yeah.
Ritalin. And so once
That
it is,
I'm glad that you found other ways to address it.
oh, I did. And I spoke about it in my book in different ways,
Right.
how I address it. I don't address it that it shows that what somebody is doing is wrong. I just said, know your child, know the gift that God gave you, see the strength in your child, right? Be an advocate for your child. I'm giving those general statements
Yeah.
that it's up to the parents to make the decision because it's not a walk that you're just going through. Every person is different. But not everyone I find though. I find not everyone is willing. A lady who know my journey called me and she said, can I give this mom your number? Her son have the autism. I
Right.
said, sure. The lady called and I'm speaking to her. She's in Toronto area. And all she keep going back to is that this mom take her daughter to this country, that they give a cocktail and the cocktail help and everything, because you're looking for a treatment for
Mm,
something that is hardwired that God create.
right.
It's hardwired. So you're looking for a cocktail because you're not, I know it was denial.
Yeah.
Denial is there.
Yeah.
And she's looking for something as a quick fix, which there isn't, because
No.
now I'm at the end almost of my walk, and I too was looking and figuring what can I do. So I understand where she's at. When I recognize that I call the word excusitis.
Right.
Every time you give a suggestion, I speak in general term. I recognize where she was going. I recognize that she's looking for a quick fix, that I know she's going to stump her toe. This is something that you have to see your child. So what I could do, the only thing I could do is say to her, I said to her, my book, What is Love? I do have a chapter in it on my son and the journey. You can get it on Amazon, or I can mail you a copy, and this is what the cost is. I put that out there. The reason being, because no matter what I was saying, she was going back to that.
Right.
And I wanted her to read. And if she chooses to get the book, that tell me you're willing to learn. You're willing to now have an open mind to what is out there. And because she didn't, I left it like that.
Right.
That
And then
means that
you have to.
the journey will become no harder because I have met a lot of people along the way, the journey of my son through the school system, parents, go on trips with family in the system, knowing the different buffet of what is out there. I can send you to pointers and you can find what is best for you. The table is there, but you have to see the strength of your child, what your child need, and take what your child need. Don't take
Right.
everything.
Right.
Take what your child needs from that table of what is offering to help your child. Not everything will help your child because your child might not need that,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But not everybody is willing. That's what I find through the life journey. That's why I said I have the blowhorn, that who is willing to listen will hear. And that's why the Bible said, God said, those who have ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying.
And
That means that not,
that is the truth of it, because no matter what, in the end we have free will, right? In the end,
that's it.
that parent has that responsibility of guiding that child's life and making decisions for them, and they're just
Yes,
going to do the best with the information they have.
that's
And
right.
we may not necessarily with it. They may find a way. It may not be something that we would prefer, but they've got to make their choice. Claudette, I do want to ask you, what is next for you?
What I have next to do now is to promote my books, is to get it in front of as many people as possible so that it can be able to help them on whatever life journey that they're on. Because each book will speak to them in different ways on whatever pathway they're on. That is what I would say. That is what is next for me, is definitely promoting and speaking going forward on those three books.
Okay. And can you tell us, where can we find your books, and where can we find your books, and where can we find your hair care business, your salon?
So you can find my books on Amazon. You can find my books also in person, like I do have it in my salon if someone chooses to. Those are the different places that you can get the book. So anyone, wherever you are, you can get it through Amazon, all three books. And my salon is located in Hamilton, Salon Efficacy. And so the number is 905-318-6417. And also with the website, my website is salonefficacy.com. It does have the funnel to all different areas of either YouTube or on my Instagram or my Facebook site. Everything is on through that funnel of my website.
Yeah. And with that, we are at the end of part 4 of our 4-part conversation with Claudette Williams. A real pleasure. Thank you for watching to the end. On behalf of myself and Claudette, please hang in there, read your books, open your minds. I'm Eva John for Cool Life Podcast. Bye.
And that was our show. Thank you for listening to the very end. Please remember to subscribe through your streaming service to get more access to our guest interviews. Also, please subscribe on YouTube to help support our podcast. Until next time, I'm Eva John for Cool Life Podcast. Thank you for turning me on.